Hello, this is biz-Kat here teaching you QuickBooks today. Alright, so today we're going to teach you how to apply finance charges in QuickBooks Desktop. Now you may hate to have to do it, but assessing finance charges for late payments in QuickBooks may overall improve your cash flow. So everyone loves improving cash flow. Alright, so there's a few ways that you can do this and get customer payments brought in faster and improve your cash flow, and here they are. 4 items. Number 1, get a merchant service account and let customers pay you electronically. Number 2, offer a discount early for payments. Number 3, shorten the payment due cycle. For example, make it 21 days instead of 30. Number 4, be more aggressive about collections. I'm going to tell you guys a story about a client that I talked to the other day who she wanted to book an appointment, and I asked her if she would like to pay because we usually take prepayment, and she was like, "Oh wow, that's really awesome. I wish I could do that with my company." And I was like, "Girl, you can. The only difference in what you're doing and what I'm doing is the fact that I just said it. I just said, hey, so we do prepayment. So how are you going to pay? And it's up to you whether you want to pay me or not." You just got to say things. Part of running your own company is having the ability to say things when you really need to, despite the fact that you don't want to. Anyway, let's get back on track. QuickBooks is going to help you with all of these steps that I've told you about. And there's even an extra one, a 5th step. Assess finance charges for tardy remittances. Now, maybe you don't want to do this because it kind of does seem like a less than friendly way to treat your really valued clients. But hear me out. You're not in the business of lending money. You're just not. Unless you're a debit credit card company, you're not in the business for lending money. So if you continue to let your accounts receivable slide, that's what's going to happen. What I'm going to teach you today is how to add finance charges so that you can get this squared away, taken care of, and get your balances up to date and feel good about your financial position in your company. So before you can start adding finance charges to tardy payments, you've got to let QuickBooks know how you want them handled. Alright, so you're going to open the edit menu and select preferences. Now, while you're in preferences, you're going to click the finance charge tab in the left vertical pane, and then the company preferences tab in the window that opens. Alright, so you're going to see this, and you're going to need to decide on your QuickBooks finance charge settings before you can begin to apply these late fees, okay? Like, we need to think about what annual interest rates are we going to charge. Will there be a minimum finance charge? Do you want to offer a grace period? If you've never worked with finance charges before, you might feel at a loss and unsure how to handle these, but that's where we come in, so feel free to contact us and we can definitely help you get set up with the right decisions. So in our example here, QuickBooks defaulted to 70100 other income, which may be the best option for you. You know, it's really based on your company. The next question may require some research. Some jurisdictions don't allow you to assess finance charges on overdue finance charges, so you'll need to find that out for where you're located in. If you have any doubt whatsoever, make sure that that box is checked in front of that option. QuickBooks also needs to know what date it's going to start calculating those finance charges. Is it going to calculate on the due date, or is it going to calculate on the invoiced or billed date? That's something that you're going to have to decide in your company processes. And finally, what you're going to want to do is check the box in front of Mark Finance Charge Invoices to be printed. QuickBooks doesn't include finance charges on invoices themselves. It bills them in separate invoices, guys. So remember that, and check this box right here if you want the software to print all of them as a batch. And then when you're done here, click OK. Next, we're going to get into applying the charges. By selecting an assessment date, you're going to tell QuickBooks how many late days should be included in its finance charge calculations, okay? All right, so when you're ready, you're going to open the Customers menu and select Assess Finance Charges. It will look like this. And QuickBooks, of course, performs all of the required calculations in the background, which is cool. But it must first know what specific date that you plan to actually assess the charges so that it can determine the number of late days that should be included, okay? This may not be the current date, so be sure that the assessment date is correct before proceeding. This is absolutely imperative, guys. Absolutely imperative. All you have to do here is make a check mark in front of every finance charge that should be invoiced, okay? They'll probably already be there, but you should verify this. Sometimes QuickBooks can mess up. It's software. Software gets a wild hair sometimes. That's why we're here. Give us a call if it happens. If you send statements, make sure to clear the box in front of mark invoices to be printed, because the finance charges will appear on the next statement. So when you're satisfied, click Assess Charges.